1 year ago, Iran descended into a new era, some might call chaotic. A 22-year-old Kurdish girl died in custody. Her name is Mahsa Amini. Her name is now well cemented in the history of the Islamic Republic of Iran. 1 year after that, what has changed in the Iranian society? This report tells you.
September 16, 2022. A pivotal day for Iran. A year ago, around this time, Iran's morality police arrested a 22-year-old woman, Mahsa Amini. Her offense showing too much hair beneath her compulsory veil. Soon, the news of her death came. It spread like wildfire on social media. Protests erupted at her funeral in her hometown, Saqqez. They soon spread to the rest of the country. Chants of woman, life, freedom echoed on every street. Mahsa Amini's death in custody triggered Iran's longest anti-government protests since 1979. The last time Iranis were out on the streets in this number, the monarchy was toppled. The Islamic Republic was established. This time around, exactly the opposite happened. The same republic established more than 4 decades ago proved itself too ideologically rigid to reform and too ruthless to collapse. The protests were handled in trademark Khamenei style. Dissent crushed, all concessions refused, hundreds killed and thousands put behind bars. This was in line with the Iranian establishment, especially the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei's belief that compromising under pressure is a trait of the weak. The country's President Ebrahim Raisi this week appeared on an American TV channel. It was his first interview since the protests last year. He defended the government's response to the demonstrations and warned that those who try to sow instability in the Islamic Republic world would pay a big cost. At first, morality police largely vanished from the streets after Amini's death, but they returned when the protests fizzled out. Iran in recent months installed surveillance cameras to identify and penalize unveiled women. Authorities reportedly continue to question, threaten and arrest people related to the protest. But despite it all, the society is seeing a small change. Many Iranians say the number of unveiled women continues to grow, and that has Parliament considering longer prison terms and harsher penalties. There's another side to it too. After months of unrest, Iranis adjusted to the new normal. They're managing with more curbs, more sanctions, more compromises. For many, hijab is no longer a concern. Not to get it wrong, it remains a sore point, but the economy putting food on their plates supersedes it all.
I myself have no problem with hijab, but would be happier if the economic conditions get better. I believe economic issues are much more important than the topic of hijab.
It is getting worse every day. People are having hard lives. Our authorities should first provide good economic conditions. Hijab is a completely secondary and personal issue.
The Iranian economy is in a shambles. On top of it, millions face the wrath of climate change. Iran's former Minister of the Environment warned that continued mismanagement of water resources could mean 50 million Iranians at the risk of displacement. It means that 70% of the population will have no choice but to leave the country. Climate scientists say parts of Iran can most likely be the first places on Earth to get too hot to be inhabited by humans.